These are called Burnwell. And you know what? That's a really good name for them. Because they burn well. Can't read it yet. As you can see, in a minute, it's cannabis. Whoa. So I'm going to smoke one of these as I do this ramp. I hate wind. It's part of the reason why I left Western Washington. I hate wind. I hate rain. Snow's not bad, because I never see snow. Unless I'm over in this part of the state, and it's all the time. So it doesn't really matter, bitches. No matter what, it's gonna be sex with Lucas. But before we get to that point, I want to buy you a nice dinner or lunch at the steam plant. Anything you want on the menu. And if I feel at the end of the meal you're worth $100 and a second date, I'll give you the $100. If we have sex at the end of that date, that's your choice. That's not what gets you to the second date. What gets you to the second date is you have a meal with me and I feel like I want to spend another $100 on another meal and give you another $100 for going on date 2. It won't be at the steam plant. It'll be at sushi.com if you like sushi or katsu chicken and stuff like that. If you don't, then it'll be at Fire Artisan Pizza. And they got a lot of salads. And if you want to go to Steam Plant again, we can do that. Or Red Robin. Or you pick something. Or you don't care what I pick. At the end of the second date, bitches, as long as you're not age phobic. I've dated older women. I don't see why you can't date older men. You're 18 to 24. I'm 40. If at the end of the second date, you've proven to me something. The first date proves that you're not age phobic enough to go on the date with me. The second date would also prove that. And it would also prove that on the first date it's not about your religion, because you'd already seen my videos and you know I'm an atheist that rants about how religious people are hypocritical to their Bibles and holy books and stuff. I like to point that out. It would also show that you're not a classist because you don't bitch about me saying foul languagey shit from bitch to bigot. So you're not a classist. If it's none of those, it's not about weight. It's not about the fact that I'm bipolar, even though that's not conclusive. You know, you've proven by the first date that you're not a bigot. Just for going out with me. But like, if I feel like you're not worthy of the second date, then no $100. You'd get a free meal out of it, though. If you're worthy of the third date, also whatever you want on the menu. And $100 after the fourth date. So by the end of the fourth date, you will have earned $400 by sitting down and eating with me. Maybe we had sex, maybe we didn't. That's your choice. By the fifth date, you won't get $100, but it'll be our 5th month of dating, so odds are we'd already be hanging out anyway. I'm open to hanging out, but I still want that first date. And I want a date each month where I take you out to lunch or dinner. But we could do other things before that. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what religion you practice or none at all. You have to be young, you have to be fertile. You have to be 18 to 24. Or no date. No $100. I have to see a picture of you beforehand on Instagram. I would have had to have had at least one video conversation with you over the phone which we'll do immediately upon me deciding if I want to talk to you on the phone. If not, no date, no $100, video chat right off the bat after you show me your picture. Maybe tell me a little bit about yourself, whatever you want to say. But if I don't like you, then I'm not going to date you. And one way for me not to like you is you criticize me. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying that's not going to get me to go on a date with you. And you'll eat something which will cost some amount of money. Plus, you'll get $100 at the end of the date, whether or not you want to have sex with me, if I think you're worthy of the second date. So I'm going to do this for 4 dates. Indeterminate of sex. That's your choice, it's your choice, it's your choice, it's your choice, choice. Like, if you don't like my language, we're not going to date. You know, if you don't like me at all, we're not going to date. If you don't like what I look like, we're not going to date. But for those first 4 dates where I buy you a dinner or a lunch and I like you once a month, we could do other things if you want. But that meal, and I'll give you the 100 4 times. You're hanging out with me, we're not having sex, and we're just talking and having good food. You and me, $400, 4 months. It's your job. I don't really care where you work, how much you get paid, what your religion is or isn't. But you have to be a certain age range because that's the top fertility. So of course you need to be honest with me. Otherwise I could sue you. Because you know I want to have kids between 40 and 55 years old sometime. If you marry me, if you want to marry me right off the bat, after those 4 dates, I'll marry you. If you want to have sex after those 4 dates or anywhere in that time period, I'll have sex with you. But it doesn't mean I'll buy you a dinner unless we do that one dinner first. And I still like you enough not to dump you. Then we can do this 4 times. And on the 5th, we'll just eat. On the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, you earn $100. Sex is not a requirement. Plus, we can hang out, do whatever you want to do anyway. But our first date has to be at the steam plant. Spokane, Washington.